Philippa Eilhart. You might hate her or like her. Most of you probably hate her, but that's not why we are here. In this video, we'll talk about why and how the most powerful sorceress was blinded. So tag along for the interesting story of how did Philippa lost her eyes. To give you the short answer, Radovid imprisoned and blinded her, as it was obvious from the thumbnail. But the reason why he did it goes deeper than just punishing a criminal. It was personal. And for that, we have to start with the books. See, Philippa is arguably the strongest sorceress in The Witcher, and just that much ambitious. Back in the good old days when Radovid wasn't even conceived and his father King Vizimir ruled over Redania, every king had an advisor who was well versed in magic. And that makes sense, first because magic is useful, and having a strong sorceress by their side gave the kings immense power. Second, most of the sorceresses or sorcerers were at least over 100 years old, and allegedly as much wise, so kings could consult with them and make better decisions. Sabrina, for example, was the advisor for King Henselt. Yennefer wasn't officially the advisor to King Demavend, but the king would occasionally call up to her for advice, or her magical powers. From the very first, Yennefer wasn't that much into politics. Philippa, on the other hand, was drunk on politics. It was her bread and butter. She was the advisor of King Vizimir, the father of King Radovid. Philippa, of course, wasn't content with being just an advisor, and always tried to gain as much power as she can. Fast forward, King Vizimir gets assassinated, allegedly and most likely plotted by Philippa Eilhart herself. When you look at it, it makes absolute sense. Philippa wants more power. King Vizimir is a wise man, who Philippa can't turn into a puppet. His successor Radovid is just a young kid. So Philippa kills Vizimir and rules Redania together with Dijkstra. Although Radovid was the king on paper, but he was just a kid. So Philippa ran things. And that's where the hatred started. Radovid seeing Philippa control everything, not like a servant to a king, but like someone who owns everything, and taunts the king, grew deep hatred towards her. And as unhinged as Radovid is, you have to give it to him. The text from the books makes it very clear. No one is going to shout, "Long live Radovid," thought the prince blocked by the hierarch's fat backside. No one's even going to look at me. No one will raise a cry in honor of my mother. No mention of my father. They won't shout his glory. Today, on the day of triumph, on the day of reconciliation of the alliance, to which my father, after all, contributed, which was why he was murdered. He felt someone's eyes on the nape of his neck. He turned his head. He saw the dark, bottomless eyes of Philippa Eilhart fixed on him. Just you wait, thought the prince, looking away. Just you wait. So clearly, he had plans for her since very beginning. Now, let's fast forward to Witcher 2, where Philippa actually has her eyes gouged out. Witcher 2 is a political mess. Northern kings are being assassinated by witchers of the Viper School, and they themselves were hired by Nilfgaard. It was a perfect plan. By killing the Northern kings, they destabilized the region, and by framing sorceresses, which gave Radovid the excuse to kill them, they significantly reduced the power of northern kingdoms. See, by that point, Nilfgaard had already waged a couple of wars against North, and had lost each time, so they got creative. Anyways, in the wake of the chaos in North, the remaining kings and monarchs and sorceresses planned to gather at Loch Muin to find a solution for the chaotic situation, and that's where Radovid imprisoned Philippa. Let's hear it from Radovid himself, the reason he blinded her.
Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Philippa Eilhart's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the eye. Forced them to lower their gaze, do you remember? A king must never show weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You. You've one chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent. Submit. As you wish. Torturer, put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
We will talk again, witch.
Thank you for watching. And as always, if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more Witcher content. And until the next time, take care.